For the past couple months on my timeline on social media, I've been seeing more and more posts of people like becoming veneer technicians and stuff, which on the one hand, I'm not knocking their hustle, but on the other hand, I'm telling people who do want to get veneers, please consider going to a regular dentist or saving your coins to go to a regular dentist in the United States. Because, not to say that the veneer techs don't know what they're doing, but if you don't have the budget to go back and get regular maintenance, which is what you'll probably need if you go to a veneer tech instead of a regular dentist, then it's not a good idea. And here is why. This is leading to my story time. I got my teeth done professionally overseas, but I did not have the budget to get regular dental upkeep, which is why I'm in the position that I'm in now. So let's get into it. Okay, so I had been wanting to get my teeth fixed for years, probably since college. It didn't have anything to do with me wanting to keep up with anybody. I just sincerely believe that if you want to improve yourself, you need to start from the ground up or the bottom up, whatever. And I did a really honest assessment of myself, and I was like, okay, well, one of the major things you need to fix is your teeth. My teeth, though they were straight, they're really small. I mean, I still have them. They're really small and they're spaced out. So even if I got braces, it would just bring them together, but there would still be spaces. So I knew that I needed something more drastic. And that was when veneers started blowing up more and more. I guess the mid 2000s, I guess, late 20. Yeah, then a few years ago. Anyway, after I decided that veneers was what I needed to get, then I figured out the budget that I was looking at. And since around this time I had become a travel CNA, I was making nice money. I was making at least a rack and a half, a couple racks a week. So I figured I would look to see where the celebrities and influencers were getting their teeth done. Number one, wherever the celebrities were going, I could not afford. So I started looking at the influencers, and I started looking at the little nano and micro influencers because some of them had really good teeth. What was important to me was whiteness and straightness and size. Looking back, it should have been size, then whiteness, then straightness, since my teeth were already straight. But that's neither here nor there. So I narrowed it down where I found the best places were between Colombia and the Dominican Republic. I ended up going with the Dominican Republic, one, because there were a couple of dentists whose work I really liked. And two, because I followed a lot of Black women influencers who had gotten their teeth done at the time, and they were big on sharing their plugs for rides, for hotels, where you should go. So I felt like I had found the safest place and the best place within my budget, which had to be under $10,000. So I went to Santo Domingo and I got them done there, and I paid $2,500 to get them done. And I stayed in the Intercontinental in Santo Domingo. And I also paid for a car service that drove me around the entire time that I was there. So all of that together, plus flights, food, and all of that, I say I paid maybe about $4,000 in total. It was under $5,000. Whatever the price was, the total was under $5,000. And what I ended up getting done, it's actually not veneers. I came to find out later. What I got done is actually called crowns. And it is where they don't shave your teeth off. See, what happens with a lot of veneers, especially porcelain veneers, is they'll shave your teeth all the way down to little points. This dentist, he could do that, but I did not want that. I just wanted the veneers where you just pop them over your teeth, because my regular teeth, my real teeth, are so naturally small. So I have crowns, and they are not porcelain crowns. They are actually resin crowns. Resin is like, I don't want to say, it's not clay, but it's some kind of material that it ages quicker than porcelain, and it does not stay the same shade over time. So after maybe 10 years, 5 to 10 years, you got to get it redone depending on the dentist who did them. So I was happy with my choice because I wanted the option of eventually getting porcelain veneers. I didn't want to not like my teeth and then not be able to do anything about it because I only have them little niblets underneath. So when I got back home, I liked my teeth. I liked them a lot. I liked the whiteness and I liked the shape of them. And I didn't really pay attention to the size of them until a little bit later. The thing about me is, as you can tell, I have a long face. I have a long oval face. And unless I gain a lot of weight, the change in my face is not going to be noticeable. However, the change in my face is noticeable if I lose weight. So I was already pretty small when I got to Santo Domingo. After I got back, a little while after that, I had lost more weight. So my teeth had started to become more noticeable to me than they were before. And it was because the shape of them was slightly too big. Here is where the problem started coming in. Okay, I didn't really have an issue with my teeth, but they were looking a little big in my mouth. And the problem is, once you get your teeth done overseas, a lot of times American dentists, they don't want to fool with that work because the materials are different. And then on top of that, the whiteness of my teeth, a lot of dentists, they don't even have a shade that white as a lot of people, both in Colombia and in Santo Domingo. When they come back, their teeth are like whiter than a light bulb, which I like, I'm not gonna lie, but over here is a more natural look. So because of the whiteness of my teeth and because of the materials used, which were possibly different than in America, when it came time to get maintenance done, a lot of dentists, they were not having it over here. So circling back to when I said I did not have the budget for maintenance, I had the budget to get my regular teeth appointments done, like cleanings, any fillings, stuff like that. But with resin, it's not going to be as strong as with porcelain. And over time, your teeth can chip. For me, I fell on some hard times. So my teeth, they started to chip. And the options I had were slim to none when it came to a lot of American dentists because they did not want to mismatch work, put it like that, and have that fall on them. Or I guess have, the possibility of me blaming them for mismatched looking work, which I wouldn't have done, but I understand where they're coming from. So my teeth are at this point, I say maybe about a year after this happened, my teeth were slightly too big for my mouth and they had started to chip, and I did not have the budget to get them completely redone, which is most of the time what a lot of American dentists suggested. They were like, I can't fix this. You're just going to have to get it all done. And in the beginning, when I started wanting revisions to my teeth, I just wanted them to be shaved down a little bit because I loved the shape. But if you notice, I don't have any lines in my face except for right here. And that is because the teeth right here, they're too big for my mouth. So it gives me a smile line that I didn't have with my natural teeth. And I won't have once I get smaller teeth. But I do have, because the teeth that I currently have, the veneers, the crowns that I have are currently a little too big. And on top of that, the chips are pretty dramatic, like in the front. Whew. Now I want to circle back around to the veneer techs that I was talking about in the beginning of the video and why I don't think you should go to them. For the same reason that it probably wasn't the best idea for me to go out of the country and get my teeth done. If you do not have the budget to upkeep your veneers, then you probably shouldn't get them. The reason why I say this is because, just like with me, a lot of American dentists are likely not going to fool with your teeth if you got them done from a veneer tech. Like, they're not going to fix or like do mismatch work. They're going to make you get it done all over again. And also, I'm seeing that some people are getting their teeth shaved all the way down. Please don't do that. Like, it really, it's dangerous. Like, our teeth is in our mouth is connected to everything else in our body, and if you get your teeth shaved down, it's making everything really vulnerable. And you really don't know the sort of materials that veneer techs have. I'm willing to bet that the materials that they're using are not expensive and therefore is leaving you more vulnerable to infection, which is going to lead to a lot of money for you in healthcare down the line. Now, I'm saying all this, but I know that people are going to go get their teeth done from veneer techs anyway. And here's why I don't judge you. Because the prices for dental work in America it's ridiculous. Like, it's trifling. I really disagree that a lot of the dental work should cost as much as it does. And I'm even including cosmetic dentistry. But that is a way to keep poor people looking poor and therefore, visibly in their class. If they don't have the money for dental work, you gonna tell. Oh, okay, well, this person don't have the money. They ain't got their teeth fixed or anything like that. Capitalism. But the problems that I have to deal with as a result of my teeth chipping and me not being able to fix them yet is a lot of embarrassment. I don't really care as much as I used to. I can laugh at it a lot now. But when they started to chip and I was unable to fix them in the beginning, it was a sore point for me. I don't smile very much in public. Not because I'm embarrassed, but simply because it's a reflection of the poor choices that I've made in the past. So I made this video, one, to tell you guys about this embarrassing point in my life, a lesson I had to learn, and two, to warn you against doing the same thing. There's people doing braces in the basement now, veneers in the basement, and as somebody who's gotten some discount work done, I like my teeth, or I like what they used to be, but even when I first got them done, they could have been better. Just wait until you have the budget.